Oh, somebody's in here. Hello. I don't know who you are, but welcome. How you gone now? They got scared off. Who is this? I wish I could see who's coming in, but I can't actually see. Mr. Boo, how are you? What's up, Mr. Boo Boo? How is everybody tonight? Give me a second, guys. I can't do this on the camera. I should have done it before, really. I swear YouTube used to let you smoke and that shit. Got on here too late, man. I got worms. I'm sorry to hear that, John. What kind of worms? Oh. John, have you subscribed to my channel? Since you're talking about worms, like. I put a washing on me, man. I just bloody forgot just now. I forgot I saw it. Oh, you know what's gonna be sick on here? When I do my green screen, man. Watch and see. I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow evening. That's gonna be good. I've got my green screen, especially for YouTube, man. It's gonna be good with that shit. I feel like you need to have a good background, like constantly change your background, you know. This green screen's gonna help it, like, you know, because people love backgrounds, man. And even me, I get fed up of this same old background. So with this green screen, I'm gonna be doing reactions, loads of shit. Can do so much stuff with that green screen, boy. Some powerful shit. And the price I paid was a bargain. Thank you. Yeah, when I get this green screen ready for the... You know, one thing with me, I take my time with these social media things because I'm just working out this YouTube and it's alright, so when I get the green screen, that's why I mainly got the green screen, sorry, for YouTube. It's in the way. I think we will. Turn this on for ages. Come on, load up, man. Emma, how are you? Emma, are you on still on Instagram? Pages. Oh, it's a shame. So how comes you up? Are you working still? You work nights, isn't it? I forgot, yeah. Come on, load, man. I haven't turned this on for about nearly a year. Still working tonight. Okay. So you don't go on TikTok no more, no? Funny enough, I was just on there, but I came off like it was a bit dead. I really want to move over here, like, eventually. I think that's what I'm going to be doing, like, working towards, like, setting this platform up properly on here, and then move on here, like, more than YouTube. I mean, than TikTok, sorry. Really? I wonder why they banned you. What was he doing? When you say ban, like your account, I remember you used to say you couldn't comment on there. I don't know what happened. Oh shit, yeah, smoking, yeah. Yeah, you can't smoke. You can't smoke anywhere. I think the only place you can smoke live, I think, is Instagram. Can't smoke nowhere. You can't vape, nothing. Yeah, I was looking for you for a while, but like, I realised you left, you know, so. I remember you used to come in and stuff and I didn't see you. Yeah. Because I can't really communicate. Like, you can't communicate on here, you know. They need to change that though. They need to like do inboxing and stuff like that. I'm surprised YouTube ain't done that yet. But then again, it's not really that type of platform, is it? I think they should do it, man. They got everything else going on. Yeah, it's changed though. Everything's changed. Like a lot of stuff's changed now. That nothing's really the same, you know. Yeah, but you can't put that on here, innit? That's what I'm saying. You can't do all that on here. Oh, why is this so slow? No. Good vibes. How are you, bro? You good? Yeah, I remember you, man. We had a good chat the other day. Yeah, everything is good, my bro. How's everything with you, man? How's your family? Yeah, bro. I enjoyed your story the other day. It was good, you know. It was like a testimony, really. I thought. Can't need my glasses, you know. Sometimes the screen's too small. Yeah, family's good. That's good, bro. Did you have a nice weekend? can't do it. Why do you make the writing bigger on here? Sure. I can't get on the XApp, bro, because my phone is broken. Ah, alright, bro. When you're ready, man. Yeah. Did you get my Twitter thingy account? Did you see this shit that happened, man? This is crazy. Let me show you guys, yeah? This thing is just mad.
This game, you're not ready for it.
Can I turn the phone? This is mad. I can't believe the guy made it, you know. Look at this. Watch this. Dangerous, man. Damn. Look, he's got the knife in his hand, shit. You see the knife in his hand? It's got blood on it. Dangerous. Watch.
Oh my God. Drive, Uncle, please.
Drive, Uncle, please.
Please. My car is everything broke, my friend. My friend, everything broke. Uncle, drive fast.
Oh, it's already the man. Drive, please.
Uncle, drive fast. I'm going to pay you, Uncle.
Okay, bro.
They're coming. You're going somewhere, my friend.
Oh, come on, man. You disturbed me.
Don't worry, Uncle. Where are you going? Drive fast.
I was thinking it was like,
Yes, follow me, my friend. Uncle, I'm bleeding. I get you going somewhere. Ayo, brother. Ayo, I'm getting ducked down. I just got bored. Get behind me, brother. Wallahi, bro. What's that?
Why would you say why?
Brother, tell me. Uncle, go police station. I don't know. We get to police station. Go police station, Uncle.
Wait, he's got a knife and he's telling him to go to the police station.
I'm getting followed by a car. Uncle, I'm going to go. My car is going to go. Miss, I'm getting followed by a car. Brother, get behind me, brother. Yeah, I'm getting followed by a car, miss. Brother, get behind me. They're following me. They tried to stop me. Brother, just follow me.
He's lucky though. I'm not gonna lie. He was lucky, bro, to make it. Yeah. Oh yeah, Glasgow. Yeah, Glasgow is dangerous, man. I've seen a few things in there, like people get stabbed up, head-butted and shit and all kinds of
This is
madness.
FTMO, and it's a trading firm that funds traders. If you're 18 or older, you can take their tests, and if you pass their test, they'll give you funded accounts of up to $100,000 or more to generate profits with. And you get to keep 80% of the profits. But here's the kicker. We have a way to get access to that capital with almost zero risk, pretty much for free.
Yeah, it's mad though. You know, like, when you see stuff like that, yeah, you just wonder, like, what is going on, like, you just can't work it out. You're just like, why are people doing shit like that, man? Yeah, drugs, yeah. You know, that's why I'm happy I'm not a young guy no more, man. Like, it's like, when you get to a certain age, yeah, you have to leave certain things behind and just make sure you know what you're doing, because, yeah, you don't get caught up, man. Like, to be real with you, like, you know, like, I've been through some shit, yeah, and sometimes I look back and I think, how did I make it? Like, you know, God, I mean, I went in situations like that, but I had some close calls, you know. What do I want to look at again? Let me think, sorry. Something I just was thinking of. But yeah, I've been in some close situations. But yeah, when you get to a certain age, you look at stuff like that and you think, nah, say like 15 years ago or whatever, nothing, people weren't that bad. You can't talk to certain people anymore, man. You don't know what they're capable of. You can't even trust a lot of people anymore. If people think you got money, people think you got certain things, yeah, they'll set you up, man. It could be a friend, you would never know. Alright, this is what I want to talk about as well. Like, they say another lockdown is coming. A lot of people don't know about this, yeah. Another lockdown is on the rise. They say it's gonna happen. Look, you see, look at that. Another lockdown, 2024. You see it there? I'm thinking to myself, damn, we can't afford to have another lockdown, man. But it will happen. It's inevitable. Look at this fucking shit. This is what all these people was pumping in their arms, you know, all this madness, man. They didn't even know what they was taking. Will COVID be a concern in 2024? Yes, it will.
2024. According to infectious disease experts, 2023 brought on more stability when it came to infection rates.
The recognition that
You know what? They don't want people
most
to know
populations
that.
have now been immunized, and largely, and based on some of the data in British Columbia, 80% of the population, even at the beginning of 2023, had seen COVID-19
No, me
at
neither.
least once.
Thank God.
Officials
Every
say
day I'm
2023
like, so
was the
happy.
first big year they had to
You know what I said?
co-manage
They have to
COVID with
kill me
other
before they make me
respiratory
take that shit.
viruses that came back like influenza at a time where healthcare resources were strapped.
Even the addition of a small disease on top of every other disease, is still a strain. And so I think that was the big lesson from late 2022 and early 23.
They're fucking
Forward,
our lives
experts
up,
predict
man. I'm
we
not
will
gonna
see a
lie.
surge of COVID cases
When I see shit
as
like
we
this,
do
I'm
with
just
the
like,
flu on a seasonal basis.
right now I just
where
wish
the
I could
best way
just
to
get
stay
out,
healthy
yeah,
will be to use the
and
same
just
tools
leave all
used
this
during
shit
peak
behind,
COVID times.
take my family with me, and just go,
late
like,
in the year and early into winter, and being able to manage that effectively.
I think it's
through
gonna
the
drop
healthcare
in the
system,
winter, you know,
but
that's what he's
also
trying to say.
Really encourage and promote mask wearing and vaccinations at appropriate times.
See me, I'm the
Severe
type of
cases
person, yeah,
COVID
I'm
on
gonna
a
start
decline,
preparing like
and with the
from now.
circulation of the disease throughout
And
society
I'll tell you what,
becoming
yeah,
steady in terms of predicting its
let me show you guys
Some
something.
experts say COVID-19
This is what a
is
lot of the
showing
rich
signs
people
of
are
it
doing. I
being
need to
in
show
an
you lot this
endemic
thing. This is what a lot of people don't know what's going on, yeah? All these rich bastards out there, they're just fucking with us, yeah? But wait till you watch this. I watched this shit like 10 years ago or more, yeah? It's called preppers. But when I used to tell people about prepping, yeah, no one used to take me seriously. And apparently, the one I saw, they had a complex, yeah, underground, like for rich people. And I want to try and see if I can pull it up and show you guys what I mean. It's mad. Like when you see this, wait, prepping underground for the rich, I think. Because when you see, they got a complex like bloody, like the Hiltons, you know, it's got everything there. So basically, they could fuck us up on the ground level, and they could be underground, and we would never know. Because they can come up they can stay under that shit for years. Wait, luxury apartments. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna put in. Because people don't know, like, this, when you see this shit, yeah, these people have got like this thing, like, it's unbelievable to think, could that be underground? But it is. And it's got everything that they could have up here. Yeah? Everything. When I tell you everything, I mean everything. People are wicked fuckers, man. Sometimes when I see shit like this, yeah, I hope it comes up. See, they don't want people to see it. Oh, look at it. Look at this. Inside, look at this. Inside The doomsday bunker for the super rich. Watch this shit. Watch this. When you see this shit, you ain't gonna believe it. It's like a vault, man.
It's our 50th birthday, so tuck into some cheesy garlic bread dippers or the barbecue smokehouse McCrispy with our ultimate party range. Now at McDonald's.
That's why I don't really like to talk to a lot of people, yeah. Because a lot of people, they don't know what the fuck's going on.
As you
man.
can see,
They
this
just
place is
talk
pretty
shit.
much unchanged
Look
from
at this,
the
look at
Cold
this.
War.
I don't know if this is the one though, but look at all that.
This is a converted missile silo.
Oh my god, look at this.
How much
Luxury
can this place
living.
withstand?
It was engineered to withstand a
Wow,
10
all us poor
kiloton
people are gonna
nuclear
be
warhead.
stuck with our families, scrapping for food. I tell you, I wish I could move out now, man. I would. If I had a good wife, yeah, and you know, I would go, literally, like, I don't know where we would go, but we'll find somewhere, and I'll do all the work. I reckon
When
I
it comes
could
to the
dig the whole
apocalypse,
thing
nothing's
underground on
quite
my
as
own.
terrifying as nuclear war. So, when the nuclear apocalypse comes, are we going to get blasted back into the Stone Age? Or can we use our heads and survive the end of days with the help of technology?
Look at that. In the hills and shit.
Here in beautiful Colorado, one man is already thinking about the end of the world. Professor Brian Toon is an atmospheric
People ain't ready for
scientist
this kind
and
of
an
stuff,
expert on nuclear winter. Brian,
I
level
know,
with
bro,
me.
it's
How
money.
likely is an all-out
You
nuclear
need a
war,
lot of
and
it.
should I be
A
finding a
lot of
bunker
people
right now?
are waking
never
up
know for
to
sure,
it all.
because that's
But
one of the real
yeah.
terrifying things.
Yeah, I know
here
you're
is that
clever, Emma. I always
one
knew
person in
you
the
was
United
clever.
States and one person in Russia could decide all by themselves.
I know you know what's going
to
on.
have a nuclear conflict.
How many nukes are there around the world? Who
Nukes,
has
you
them?
know.
There are about 14,000.
14,000. Imagine if they let them off on us.
More than 1,000 of
They're
them
gonna
are
wipe
held
us
by,
out, all our generations. Like,
France,
people with great grannies and
India,
grannies and shit are gonna wipe them out, man.
Israel and China.
Whole family,
Each of
generations.
those
Look at that.
countries has 200 or 300.
Each of these
Then
countries,
Russia and the United States have 90%
Russia and US
of
have
the
90% of the
So,
missiles. What about the
lesson
UK? What they
is
got?
everyone
Nothing.
has nukes now. But what exactly happens when these bombs go off?
If you're knocking over concrete buildings, you're going to blow people to pieces. So there's a range of going out from distance in which you die from the blast wave tearing you to pieces, the radiation burning you up, the light wave burning you or catching you on fire.
What happens
I
when
would, you know, Emma,
day
I'll be honest
one,
with you. Yeah,
a
this
week
is why
later, a
I'm
year
on
later, what are we
TikTok
looking
and
at?
I'm a bit different on there because I know that I can't talk like
Sends
people
out
wouldn't.
burst of
A lot of
light.
people wouldn't get
It's
all
like
this
bringing
shit.
a piece of the sun.
I bet you I'd
It's
get
nuclear
banned if I
explosion
like showed all this
down
and
to
all
the
that.
earth.
Like,
And that
they'll
burst of
block
light
me or
catches
something, I
everything
don't know.
around it on fire.
That fire
I wouldn't
sends
risk it.
huge
I've
amounts
got
of smoke
YouTube, I'm
into the
happy.
stratosphere. But because it doesn't rain up there, it takes years for that smoke to clear,
yeah,
creating
you gotta be
a
careful who
nuclear
you
winter.
talk to because
Black
sometimes you're just
sunlight
wasting your
reaching the
time. Man.
ground, which of course makes it cool.
Don't
off,
understand
it's
what's
cold
going on.
underground. And people expect that about 90% of the global population will die from starvation.
90% of the
The
global
more I thought about
population,
nuclear
you know,
winter, the
from
more terrified I
starvation.
became. I needed a plan to
All I
survive
can
the
say
nuclear
is
apocalypse before the world
get your
went to hell.
like whatever you
So
can
where do
buy
you go when you
now.
want to get off the grid?
Like set up your
Kansas.
whatever. Like just do what you can do. Kansas,
Here in
yeah, I
the
heard
heartland
about
of rural
Kansas.
Kansas, one man is offering millionaire preppers a high-tech way to avoid
Oh
the
yeah, on TikTok,
apocalypse.
man. TikTok is a fucked
Welcome
up app,
to
man. I don't
the
give a shit.
survival condo.
I
This
use
former
that app, but I
Cold
don't
War
love it.
missile silo is now a
It's just
luxury
to
bunker built for the
like meet
super rich.
people and chill and
Going off the grid
whatever.
no longer means giving up a lavish lifestyle.
See?
Think of it kind of like cribs in
Cribs, see?
camo. From the outside, the
See?
security cameras,
Rich
armored guard,
fuckers.
and 8-ton steel
They got
doors are the only
security, look at all
sign
that.
you're
You see this
entering
in
a
the
top
films?
secret facility. In fact, this place is so top secret, I can't even tell you where it is. I'm here to meet the man behind the condo,
charge the
Larry
phone,
Hall, who's going to give me a full tour.
So,
So Claire, those doors that we just came in through weigh 8 tons each. So they're 16,000 pounds. They're
he's
armored
already said
steel filled
16
with concrete.
tons.
So
No one ain't
you
getting through
definitely
that.
hear that safety bang when the door closes.
Inside,
Oh my
this
God.
54,000 square foot complex boasts everything you could need to live through the end of days.
End of days. Look at that, look at that, look at that. God.
Okay,
It's horrible
let's get
when
down
you watch
and,
shit like this.
show you what's underground.
Okay. Oh.
You're not in Kansas anymore.
You
We're
always
going
said
beneath Kansas.
you're not in
The
Kansas
Spiral condo
anymore.
is spread across 15 floors and goes 200 feet underground.
200
At the
feet.
top, under the dome, are the recreation facilities like the pet park and climbing wall. Underneath that are the mechanical level, medical bay, and food
Camping.
stores, with luxury
I don't
living
know if
quarters
we'll make
spread
it like
across
that,
the
bro.
next
It's a
7
good.
floors.
We need to
At
be
the
like
bottom,
this. Look
a
how
further
far they
4
are. Look
floors
how.
house a classroom, a library,
It's all
a
about
bar,
bunkers and
a
stuff.
gym,
The
and
average
a
poor
cinema.
man has got this, or
Alright,
certain
I'll show you
rich
a full
people. Like
floor
where I
unit.
live, not far from where I live.
This
When I
is
was doing
a
building, I saw a lot of
3-bedroom,
this going
2-bath
on.
unit.
Like
And
in like
they have 9-foot ceilings.
the rich
You
areas,
see
you
we've
know.
got all these
They've got it in
high-end
their houses
stainless
already.
steel appliances.
And most importantly, even though I'm
But I
11
don't know
stories
if
underground,
it's as heavy
I've
as
still
this.
got a
No,
window.
it's not like
But these
nothing
are
like
windows
this.
are all on. You're coming out of the units and you see
But it
the
doesn't
birds
matter.
flying
As long
and
as
the
you've got
sunset
something,
coming
it's
up
better
and
than
the
nothing, I
rain and the weather
suppose.
changing. That's the input your brain is used to. If you look in here, you can see that there's the bidet toilets, and we have a jacuzzi tub and a shower with the side jets.
Why do you
Like a
have bidet
hotel.
toilets instead of regular toilets?
Well, interestingly, we did a little calculation, and the max occupancy for this
Look at
facility
that.
is 75 people. And if we put toilet paper for 75 people for 5 years,
Look at that, 5
volume
years.
of toilet paper would take an entire floor to store just toilet paper. And that square footage costs about $3 million to build.
Okay,
So,
bidet it is.
bidet it is.
Bidet it is.
I'm Matilda. I'm Mimi. We're doing
What
the No
happened?
Mirror Makeup Challenge. We're gonna start off with the Super Goop Glow Screen. Not much can go wrong, surely. I'm using
We don't wanna
Kylie
hear you.
Cosmetics
Shut up.
Powder Plush Longwear Foundation.
Pretty comfy. These are good mattresses. Welcome to the paradise of the beach. It's a saltwater pool. It's completely computer controlled. The pool
I
is
know.
up to 82 degrees.
That's why I like, sometimes, like, I've known about this shit for like over 10 years, yeah, more than 10 years. And when I used to tell people, people used to laugh and say, oh, yeah. But I've had to live with this shit for
Another thing
years,
I wasn't
like,
expecting
and I'm still
underground,
living with it. It's,
so
it's
much
not
space.
easy, and this is just one part of it. But yeah, when you got these things rolling in your brain, man, it's not nice, man.
This is a fun room.
Like right now,
This is an indoor shooting range.
I don't know.
You can come down
People
here
have
and
got to
shoot
start
everything
thinking
from
what they're gonna
handguns
do.
up to
Look at that guns
308
here. They got all
caliber
the
sniper
guns,
rifles
boy.
in here. So under proper supervision. So we have properly trained people.
You've got everything. Everything and anything. Oh my God, now they're taking the piss now. A fucking cinema.
So we have this
Yeah,
media
look at
database with
cinema.
about 3,000 movies on it. Anything in particular you're interested in?
Do you have Armageddon?
Oh, we got everything. We got that.
Everything. You hear what he said? Everything. They got everything. Gym.
But the apocalypse isn't all fun and games. There's a schoolroom in the bunker so
Schoolroom.
kids from K
For the
through
kids,
12
eh?
can take self-guided lessons
All the
on
rich
brand
kids.
new iMacs. And because this is the 21st century, there's no worries if the internet goes out.
This whole facility has an internet. And when you buy a unit here, one of the things that you fill out on your form are things that are of
So when
interest
we
to you.
don't
What
have
we do is
internet,
we put that
they will
into
still have
a
internet.
device that is
You hear what
like
they're saying?
a Google search engine. It goes out and it crawls over the internet and it
So we won't be able to
downloads
communicate anymore.
websites
We'll
that have
lose
those keywords on
communication,
them. They're
and they'll
also
still have
Skype enabled, so
communication.
we bring our second silo online.
So how we've
They're
got
gonna be
all this
connected
now,
with
we
a
won't have it
microwave
like
link, and the kids in this elementary classroom could see the kids in the other elementary classroom. They can talk live, and so they don't feel like they're alone.
Down on the store level, there's an aquaculture setup that can be used for raising fish and hydroponics for growing
This is
organic
piss
vegetables.
take, man.
You can have salad daily with this kind of setup.
Oh yeah,
Great, it's healthy.
yeah. So we'll have
Yeah.
tomatoes, onions, different kinds
If
of
I
lettuces,
show you the
kale,
average
blueberries,
pepper,
strawberries,
it's not even on this
blackberries.
level.
But even without that, there's still
Look at all that
loads, and
food.
I mean loads of stockpiled
Look at
food.
it got a
This
shopping
really
thing.
satisfies my prepper mode inside of me. I feel very safe, surrounded by tins of
blackout.
food.
Yeah, complete. It's gonna happen. It's
The
not.
silo is
It's
also
not.
kitted out with
It's just
high-tech
when.
equipment to keep everyone in here alive.
Just like
for
another
years.
lockdown. It's just when.
Backup fuel stores, a water filtration system, and even a system that scrubs volcanic ash out of the air, just in case.
So if, let's say, Yellowstone were to erupt, the scientists predict that we could have 4 to 5 feet of volcanic ash here. Well, that amount of debris in the air would overwhelm our air and NBC filters. So that pre-filter would come on and it takes all of volcanic ash out of the air.
Okay, so I'm not going to die in a super volcano situation.
Not here. You're good.
Originally built during the Cuban Missile Crisis in the 1960s, this Atlas missile silo was designed to withstand the launch of America's ICBMs. But turns out designing something to withstand a nuclear launch also makes it really good for withstanding a nuclear blast. It took Larry Hall and his team about 9 months to clear out all that missile gear before doubling the amount of concrete in the bunker and then fitting it out with the luxuries we see today. So this here is a 9-foot thick reinforced.
This is what gets me. Let me show you guys something as well. They do this every 100 years, or more than every 100 years. Let me show you. Every
When the kids eat us out of house,
100
we just eat groceries from Sainsbury's.
Yes, that's even enough.
years,
They don't have mine.
I think it might be more.
When do they leave?
I'm not sure.
For groceries
Every 100
and
years,
everything else,
a pandemic happens. That's mad, isn't it? History follows a pattern every 100 years for pandemic diseases. So the last one, I think, was the plague. Look at that, look at that, look at that. You see? See? Great Plague, 1720 there, yeah? What's that one? Cholera or whatever it's called. I never heard of that one. That was in 1820. See? 1720, 1820. 1920, Spanish fly. It's called it's like purging and cleansing. So the rich can keep staying in power and stuff. Yeah, it does repeat itself. This looks good though. Let's see this. Oh man. What, the Olympics? Was it on today? I did watch a little bit. I'm going to be watching it tomorrow though. I'm just going to be chilling, man. We're so... Us poor people, man, we are just we are the chosen people, yeah. And that's why the rich people have to take us out. Because we are the ones, man. And they're just pure evil. Pure evil. Look at that, look at that. Plague carrying rats, you see? Fleas spread across the city. And I reckon they're going to use the rats again, you know. So when people try and go down to the sewers and that, the rats will bite them and shit. I saw some mad stuff in lockdown. All the rats were dying. Every day I went out, yeah, I saw a couple dead rats and stuff, and I thought, why? So something was going on. They were putting something down there, I reckon. I saw rats die. Lots of rats. I saw birds. And I saw foxes. So something was going on. Okay. Cholera. Death rate. Spanish. I heard about that one. I definitely know about that one, but I need to start researching that more. See? France was the epicenter of Spanish flu. It first originated in the hospital. That's what we gotta be careful of, the hospitals. The hospital treated 100,000 soldiers, and look at this. It's a business. It's just a business to these people. Oh my God. Us poor people, huh? Look what we've got to deal with here. Good.
Panic is slowly taking over the world as the cases of people infected with the coronavirus from China are increasing.
Definitely, bro. It's just a business.
Was the Wuhan coronavirus predicted in the 1981 SF novel?
You know they were selling off body parts as well, like in the lockdown. That's why a lot of family members never saw them. A lot of family never got to see their family members because they were selling body parts.
The name coincides with the city where the virus was first discovered, but after a simple review, the theory of prediction does not remain as plausible.
Prediction. I swear Notre Dame has predicted all this shit. Or Notre Dame is
transmitted by being in contact with contaminated surfaces.
This message is held for a review.
That reach the face, mouth, nose,
oh, disgusting. What's that mean?
If someone coughs on the button of an elevator or on a chair or on a table, for example, the person who touches that surface with its hands and then touches their face, mouth, eyes will be infected. The general hygiene measures are also important in this case.
I noticed, a lot of people don't want to talk about this shit no more. Have you noticed that? That's why you can't trust people, man.
Stay away from people
They're
who
sick.
cough or sneeze.
Ignorant.
Avoid crowded areas.
Ignorance is
Wear
bliss,
a
though.
mask that covers your
When you're
nose
ignorant,
and
you're
mouth,
like a
if
pig
you're
rolling in
cold,
shit.
so as not to
And you're
contaminate
happy to
others.
stay that way because
If
you don't
are
want to think.
easily stressed and scared,
So you don't use your
probably
brain
get
and
the
you stop
virus
using,
more
you stop
easier,
thinking
and with
anymore.
fear
You give
will
up.
accentuate
But you don't
its
know you
effects in the
have,
body,
but you
and
have.
you will suffer more. So if you haven't been optimistic and with a positive attitude so far,
That's why I've been
it's the
feeling
best
right.
time to
Like
change
when I
your
say
neural
like right,
pathways
like I've
and
never
become
really felt
brave.
like myself for a long
Now,
time
in
now
all
because I know
seriousness, this
this
game
is
is played
bullshit.
on a psychological level.
Psychological.
Stress is the #1 inhibitor of the immune system.
You
because
see that?
you don't need stress in these situations.
Yeah, see? Stress will kill us as well. Some of us will make it though. Some of us will bounce back and that. Yeah, it is.
The on-limit edge network that lets everyone roam freely in the EU, up to 25 gig. O2, show what you can do.
Okay, that's a bit depressing, isn't it? I don't want to depress you guys too much.
Just over 100 years ago, a deadly pandemic swept across the face of planet Earth, killing anywhere between 20 and 100 million people.
See? 100, what did it say? 100 to 120
Potentially
million.
far more than the Great War immediately preceding it. Yet, until recently, this was a forgotten pandemic, downplayed by governments and media outlets all over the world. Known as the Spanish flu, simply because the Republican leadership in Spain at the time.
Let me show you something,
something
about how. Let's move off from this now, and I want to show you a lot about I won't tell you. I'll just show you.
The sheer scale and historical significance of such an outbreak has been realized.
This is gonna make you think as well.
Potentially having just as much impact on humanity as the First World War. Like earlier pandemics in history, all the way back to the Plague of Athens, the Antonine Plague, the Plague of Justinian, and most famously, the Black Death. This was a deadly disease, particularly for people.
The lost children. Look at this, look at this, look at this. The Queen's children. Yeah, wait, let's see this one. No, that's not the one. No, it's not that in it. Wait.
Remove the children. Best strategy ever. Cruelest. Parents have no reason to live once you take their children. don't know if they're ever coming back.
Yep.
A good percentage of them didn't. What about them? They fell into deep depression, darling.
Telling you,
what
bro.
do you think? That we watched our kids go to school,
I've
never
had to
to
stop
see them
eating a
again,
lot of things
and then
lately because
rejoiced?
I know
What if they suddenly
it's
took
all
all
like
your
there to depress you, like
relatives'
sugar
children away from
and
them?
like
Look
all
what's
that
happening
shit.
in the United
It's there
States
to
right
make
now.
it worse. Yes, this is it. But this ain't the one I want. See? Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. 10
1964,
missing kids.
Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip visited a school in British Columbia, Canada. They attended a picnic at an Indian school. 10 children, 7 boys and 3 girls went missing. 2 witnesses say the children left with Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. They have never been seen ever again.
Look
What
at them
happened
evil
to the
people.
children?
Look at them. Evil fucks. Fuck these people, man. What world are we living in, man? You know the one that always got me? I'll show you this. It was in America. The Atlanta kids. Something. No, look. I spoke to Americans here and I asked them, do you know about the Atlanta? All these kids that disappeared. Oh, what's it called again? The Atlanta missing kids, yeah. Have you noticed why do these people always go after children as well? Like, that's what I'm saying, man. And this was a man or somebody who was coming in and taking the children in the night. Atlanta, I spelled it wrong. Wait. Atlanta. Wait, no, oh God. It's hard when you're trying to move this as well. How do you spell Atlanta again? I kind of forgot my brain. Oh, yeah, I know, just remembered. Atlanta, I think. No, that's wrong. Atlanta, that's it. This is the one.
Well, it's been called Atlanta's two-year nightmare, and for good reason.
Black children snatched from the streets. Their bodies found along roads.
Yeah, do you know what? I got a friend, yeah. She's from the UK. We grew up together and they never discovered the murderer. And I'll show you my other friend that got killed. And they never found his murderer too. And they never, like, solved these cases when it comes to the black people. It's just, it's disgusting. And it's not just in America, it's actually everywhere. Fucked up with a lot of people, man. Do you know about this one? Have you ever heard of this, about this Atlanta missing? It's not just like a couple kids, it's loads. They have been sacrificing children for centuries, yeah.
Hello, I'm Bill Curtis. A city too busy to hate is an unofficial motto of Atlanta, Georgia. But between 1979 and 1981, this is nearly torn apart by fears of a race war. A killer, or killers, was targeting Atlanta's poor black children. It became one of the largest and most controversial.
You wouldn't really know because it's about black kids, to be honest. Like, you know, they don't want, because I've asked a lot of Americans that I used to chat to, and they didn't know what I was talking about. And I was like thinking, wow, how did I know this shit?
Not far from downtown Atlanta, in a poor neighborhood known as Mechanicsville, is the McDaniel Glen Public Housing Project. On the morning of October 21st, 1979, 9-year-old Yusuf Bell went on a quick shopping errand for a neighbor. He was seen across the street at a small grocery store.
Do more
He
shit
never
like
made
this.
it back.
I'm not really into being in the camera too much. I'd rather like chat about stuff, yeah. Like I said, like reactions and like just discuss like serious shit. Because on in social media, yeah, too much people are just
2.5
like,
weeks later, the
it's
boy was
dickheads,
found
man.
dead in an
Let me show
abandoned
you
school. He had been strangled.
after this
His body stuffed into a crawl
about the
space
Danker
under
England.
a classroom floor.
You know, I told people about this guy, yeah.
To
I
some
said
Atlanta
to
residents,
the people, I
the
said they
murder
kill
seemed
him
to be part of a pattern.
because he was promoting
Over
too
the
much
past
ganja,
summer,
man.
the bodies of
And he's
2
just
other
doing
black
madness,
children had
man.
been found in a wooded lot in East Point, just south of the city. The victims were around the same height and age as Yusuf. Then, in November, the skeletal remains of a 4th boy were found, dumped among piles of rubbish near Atlanta Municipal Airport. 4 months passed. On March 11th, 1980, on the city's southwest side, Willie Mae Mathis sent her 10-year-old son Jeffrey to the corner gas station to buy some cigarettes.
He left out with $1, and
No parent should ever have to
he
kill
didn't
their
come
kid.
back in
Man.
an hour,
I
and
mean,
I was mad
sorry,
and
bury
mad
their
and
kid.
didn't come back.
Bury their kid.
And it's not Jeffrey no better than
You
this.
know, man.
In the days that followed, police scoured the neighborhood,
This shit disturbs me,
checking
man.
vacant
This type of
buildings
stories,
and
you
nearby
know.
wooded areas. Jeffrey had vanished. 5 more black children went missing that spring. 2 bodies were recovered. All 11 cases of Atlanta's missing and murdered children remained a mystery. At the time, a sociologist named Bernard Headley was in Atlanta studying the city's high murder rate, then the worst in the U.S. His research took him to the poorest neighborhoods, where he found that black residents only wanted to talk about one thing: who was killing their children.
And residents were really alarmed that something dreadful is happening. They were arguing very forcefully from early that there was a pattern here. A pattern is that there are children and that they're being abducted.
But Atlanta police maintain that despite the appearance of a pattern,
let me
there
show
was
you
not
guys
enough
my
evidence.
Because these murders, yeah, never got solved. And this is in the UK. I'll start with the girl. We grew up together. Like we used to play together and stuff. And I was about, I think, 15 or 16 when this happened. And they never found, and to this day, I saw it the other day on the internet, and I've still got the you know, when you go to the bloody, when you go to the funeral, you get I forgot what it is called, but you always get something, they always hand you the program, or I don't know, it's probably not the program, but yeah, this was like in 1990 something, and they never solved this murder. All these things go undiscovered, especially in the black community. What would I say? I don't know her surname. Hannah in Cricklewood. Yeah, that's the area. Crickle. Shit. My spelling is terrible lately because I haven't been typing Cricklewood. No, that's not it. Wait. Crickle. No, that's good enough. No, that's not wrong. That's wrong. Girl found in... I hate searching for stuff, especially when you don't know what you're searching for. Like, you know what you're searching for, but it's the description. It's 20 plus, 20 years ago, that's all I can say. It's more than 20 years ago, I don't know her proper name. It's Hannah, but what is the... She was about 15 at the time, you know. And her mum's dead now. Never... I hate searching for stuff sometimes. It doesn't always come up the way you want. I need her surname really, and I don't know it. Now the other guy, I know his surname. I have to come back to this one. Cricklewoods, UK. I should put UK there. Because this app is so big, it's so many things. Oh, I'll give up with that. Who's this one? Hannah Clark. Nope. Scooby Santino. I'm still spelling Santino. I hate about you need spelling sometimes to get everything. Murdered. Yeah, this is my friend here. This guy here. Yeah? This guy was a good guy. Never done nothing to no one, yeah? And they never found, and he actually had music out, like a music artist. And he got his neck sliced, yeah? On the underground, what do you call this thing? Subway. And they never ever found the killer. He was on Crime Monthly, yeah? With a £20,000 reward, and to this day, nothing. Nothing. Good guy, I swear to God. I always think about him, like, look at him, you can tell he's a good guy. Never hurt anybody. I reckon whoever did it to him, they knew him. Yeah, I've still got that flyer, yeah. Still got it. He had one of the biggest funerals I've ever seen.
On the 22nd of March.
That's his brother, I know him. And that's his, I don't know, yeah, that's his brother there. He's never been the same since, ever.
My brother was murdered.
Never been the same.
Horribly. In a cold and lonely place.
I don't even recognize him.
The day in question.
I reckon whoever did it might have known him.
My son to come out from hospital. My phone was ringing, ringing. Didn't understand why it was ringing so much.
You've got to keep your kids so close to you, bro.
After a while,
you can't trust no one.
When I did get
to
even
the government,
answer the calls after hearing how much people asking, how's your brother? Is he okay? Have you spoken to your brother?
I know him as well.
You know? And then we was getting calls from the police. They was asking me by my family name and my proper name.
Nobody's understood.
So I knew who this was. Didn't know who it was. I must have had maybe 5 to 6 phone calls. On the last one, I did answer and say, who are you? So forth. They declared that they was the police, that they needed to talk to us. You know, and in that time,
not very clear.
I was running backwards and forwards from the time. I don't think I had any credit on my phone. So I was going to the phone box trying to ring my brother's phone because he was out last night.
Yeah, because it was that same dance.
In the Scouts hut. So I thought, usually, like, if you've gone out, you're tired. So I'm ringing the phone, I'm ringing. I'm not getting an answer. I've left messages.
Oh man, I tell you. I haven't seen him for a long time. He's never been the same.
The heart's beating. You know,
I like he's telling the story so well.
As well, because my son's just coming out from hospital. And so, you know, really the brain was really confused. You know, thrown in a dilemma, as it were. You know, he didn't know what to think. You know, I'm looking, my son's just coming out. What's this saying about my
Sometimes
brother?
I hate this world, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I do. I just hate the way people are, man. Like, there's so much misjustice and inequality, and like, it's just fucked up, man. And I really felt this shit, man. I'm telling you, even talking about it now, I could fucking cry. Because it just hurts, like, to know, like, this was a good guy, he never done nothing to nobody, yeah. He didn't trouble, he wasn't a troublemaker, you know, this guy had so much manners. He never disrespected he'd help anybody. It's always the good people, man, they get taken out, man, I'm telling you.
Happened on the scene of the crime.
So from then, I mean, there was big appeals, it was everywhere. It was known because Scooby
Every time first time I watched
everybody popping like that. There wasn't. I can't even remember arguing or anything concerning his name or nothing. You know, man of good nature.
See?
So
I just said it. Now it's been confirmed.
Justice is you know, we still need some answers. What's going on?
Answers,
because
exactly.
There's been appeals.
No answers for over 20 years. No, it wasn't 20 years exactly, so I'm wrong. It's about 15.
And justice has to
15
prevail,
coming
you know
on
what I mean?
now.
Definitely. So
time's gone so
then,
fast, man.
Obviously, you've been back to and forth with the police and all that. Yeah, that's correct.
Well, that's why I'm a loner, you know. I swear to God, like, I've always been alone. I don't trust hardly anybody. I don't have people at my house like easily. Like, I don't trust a lot of people. Like, I left a lot of friends behind.
One time they said they did.
You can't trust a lot of people these days.
Yeah, that's right. And no, nothing has come off that, is it?
You don't know if someone's jealous of you. They want what you've got. Like,
actually got arrested.
Yeah, you gotta be so careful these days with people, you know.
Like the trouble that they've been in. So those were the first sets of people locally who they knew that they were going and they would start questioning. And after their interrogation or questioning, he said there was nothing to link them to the scene. So from there,
that's it. All you need is your family sometimes, man.
Everything was circumstantial.
Family.
You know, nothing wasn't actually concrete to say yes, directly. It was there and it was you, and so from there, we thought that from that.
Oh, I know, Emma. I kind of worked you out a bit, like from back then till now.
Explanation as to why and to find out who, you know. But yeah, up to the date now, nothing as further has come from that.
Okay. So we're in 2020 now. It's been 11 years since
that's 220 when lockdown started. Nothing still.
Passing, and we need some answers. So if anybody out there knows anything, because sometimes
look at the views it's on. 1.8, 1.k views. That should be on 1 million.
It's been a little while, so.
You know what, I'm gonna try and
like you wanna come forward,
I'm gonna record this and start posting this shit on my page, yeah.
Contact anybody
on like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Cause this needs some. I'm gonna put this on my Snap, everything, man. Because somewhere, I don't know. I'm gonna try my hard. I've got a little platform. It's not a big platform, but you might be able to do something.
Anything. So if people need to get hold of
because I do have a platform. Back in them days, I never had nothing. So I can try and like get the views up on that, innit? So like 1.8, that's terrible. After 4 years. See? No one gives a shit.
There is also a number that you can catch us on.
It's a fresh appeal. We just wanna I should say just get in everybody's minds that this thing is not to rest. It's not going to rest until justice prevails itself. If I word that right, but
that's right. Because that's what we need. We need justice. Because no one has never been prosecuted or any conviction.
Exactly.
You know,
fucking government piss me off sometimes, man.
In the same spot.
Treating people like they're dickheads and we're stupid and we don't know nothing. All the police, they take the piss out of black people sometimes,
without explanation, or knowing why. And that makes the loss even harder to deal with.
Because there's no answers.
There's no understanding. Because, you know, if your loved one fallen sick or maybe
they could find out who did this if they really wanted to. You know, they could. But they don't want it.
In this circumstance, there's none. It's like, why? How come? You know, who?
And it was on Crime Monthly.
These are the questions
I should go on there and show you like how long ago it was on Crime Monthly.
We need an answer for. Over the past
always have
years,
people that's going
leading up to this 11th year, they have done re-appeals. There's
bro, I've got a sixth sense anyway. I'm a bit different to most people.
Online, there's online papers. The Standard.
Yeah. I was born with 6 fingers as well. So I'm a whole different, and I'll show you about that in a minute. I don't usually discuss that stuff, but as I'm on YouTube, I can talk about anything I want.
On our family's appeal.
I'll show you about the fingers. this is me. Because a lot of people, they don't know why I'm the way I am, but I'll show you. And I didn't know so much about this. I was only told things by my family, yeah. And now I know why I'm such the way I am as well, because I'm very different, you know. Look, he's got 1, 2, how many fingers has he got? Look, it's all different as well.
Is the little boy the other children in class called a monster, forced to wear outsized trainers because fate brought him into the world with 31 fingers and toes. There's no...
So look at this, it says 6 fingers and toes. I always felt like I was a giant as well, you know. I don't know how to explain it to people, but I always felt like I'm not a giant,
but I always felt like I was. Portrayed as supernatural, divine, or malevolent in sources all around the planet. And I'm going to dig deep into this mystery, a mystery that you'll see that many academics have independently dove into and are basically asking questions about. I think it's a good example that this mystery is worthy of further investigation. Now, I'll let the audience make what they will of the evidence, but I feel personally this shows disconnected cultures talking about the same strange and specific things that really make a compelling case that there's something to the story.
A lot of people don't know about
I have been studying this giant phenomena for about 2 decades now and have pieced together my work in a book.
I don't know if that's true though.
I'm going to start today with
they say 6 fingers is like an omen.
2120.
And I felt like anytime people try and do something to me, trust me, I wouldn't advise it.
Hand 6 fingers, and on every foot 6 toes.
6 fingers,
4
bro.
and 20 in number. And he was also
oh wow!
the giant.
I got a friend I met on like another app. She was born on Halloween,
6 fingers and 6 toes.
And I said the same thing to her. I said that's crazy.
You also have at the Library of Ashburnabal in Iraq, modern day Iraq, these ancient texts that were portraying the story of human origins.
What do you mean? You got to tell me more about that. I don't exactly understand what you mean.
One of the tablets talks about polydactylism. In fact, the first mention of polydactyl in written form is found in Summa Ibzu, an Assyrian compendium of 24 tablets.
My mom's got 12 fingers.
Tetralogical
my nan's got 6
Most of the tablets were found in the Ashburnabal Library in Nineveh.
My nephew's got 12
here
fingers.
I am at the British Museum with some of these uniform texts.
It's in the DNA. I've got a very
these 34
rare DNA
tablets
like that.
Contain a total of 15 omens pertaining to polydactyl.
That's what I said. I used to feel like as I was growing up, I'm only like 5'9", but for some reason I always felt like I was like, I know this sounds funny, but
tells you what each
I know what I felt like. I felt like I was like 7 foot.
If you have a child that's born,
and people underestimate me a lot of the time. They don't know that I can do some serious shit. I'm not just bragging, but people look at me sometimes, they don't know. And I always felt like I had big bones. Like, yeah, I know I've got big bones. I'm like big bones.
Century BC, and the inscription says, "What am I to do for my child with 6 toes?" Here is the votive with 6 toes.
Back in the days, you would have been a real giant, like in the early 2090s. You still are giant, but you would have been a real giant. Now, 6'2" is kind of like not average, but I think 6 foot is average, so you're not far from average, kind of.
Here is a
Whereas
newspaper clipping from the 60s.
in my time, 5'9", I'm 5'9", was average.
Case of cross-polydactyl in humans.
That's in the UK. I know that. It's about 5'9", 5'10". Still be
6
average
complete
height.
fingers, as well as an extended thumb
No, I
on the
don't
right
think
hand,
it's average no more.
plus 7 complete
It's about
fingers
6
on the
foot
left hand,
minimum.
and 7 toes
But
on
yeah,
each
if
foot.
you was born in
Total
like the
27
60s, bro,
digits.
you would have been a real giant.
You know, is this
Everybody
just a
would have said
genetic
that.
fluke that keeps re-emerging in humans?
Oh, you got it in
Because
your
it's
DNA.
associated, once
Oh
again,
yeah,
with the
Scotland,
divine
man, they
and
got a lot of
supernatural,
giants there.
or is
I've
it
noticed
an
that, like
inheritance from a parent
Scotland,
race that is
like
sometimes
Yorkshire,
associated as
certain
as
parts of the
giant
UK,
or having,
there's a lot of
multiple
giants.
digits. That is sometimes the esoteric viewpoint. And the great
I've been friends with a lot of giants as well, and I don't know, like I was always felt like I could go with anybody and I can just fit in kind of thing.
And
Like,
I
I
found
always felt
this,
like that
this
about me.
account where
Like,
Casey describes
when
a
I
group
saw
of
other
Zooey
people, they used
who
to be
traveled
like,
through the Gobi Desert from the lost
kind of
Pacific
like
continent
scared,
of
and I used to
Lemuria
be like,
in
what?
9026 BC
It's
as
crazy
being
how
6
people
foot
are,
tall,
man. I don't understand people sometimes. I
blue-eyed,
swear.
hair dark gold,
I
hands
don't get people.
six-fingered. He's not portrayed as a giant, but in this area,
Have you
of the
got
Gobi
pictures of your
Desert,
uncle, bro?
he
I'd
is
love to see,
portrayed as
like,
having 6 fingers.
I've never
and
seen
blonde
anyone. Well, I've
hair
seen
and
someone
blue
7
eyes,
foot, but I
which
don't.
is
I've never
unique,
actually really like seen
to
them
the
like.
area. And here's the Gobi Desert
No, I
region.
don't think I really have.
We
Not
also find
7
Pliny
foot.
the Elder mentioned
Yeah, there
his
was a man I
encounter-
saw
the encounter between the Romans and the
years ago.
Seres
He was
at
in the
Taprobane,
newspaper.
who were the Chinese.
He was as
They
big as a
exceeded the
telephone
ordinary
box.
human height, had
And he was
flaxen
in the
hair
papers,
and
and then
blue
one day I
eyes,
actually saw him
and made
a
an
couple
uncouth
times,
sort of
like on the
noise
street.
by way of talking.
And he's
So,
massive, man.
blonde hair and blue-eyed is not what we think of as Chinese people. And in fact, the Tarim Basin mummies were found several years ago, which were, I think, around 2,000 or 3,000 BC was when they were when these
Before
people
Christ.
lived.
BC means
And
before
they
Christ.
had red hair, blue eyes, and blonde hair. And their height was between 6 feet and 6 feet 6 inches tall. So Casey has these ideas about Atlantis existing in the middle of the Atlantic, Lemuria
Wow,
being
you're a
lost on
Braveheart,
the
bro.
Pacific.
You
But
sound
when
like
you
you're
go
in the
through his
Braveheart,
readings,
man.
there's
Like
always
in the
some
movie, like
corroborative
the real
evidence.
thing. No,
You
it
know,
was
it's
real though,
totally
innit,
off the wall
Braveheart?
when you hear his stuff. But then you have ideas and evidence like this that come forward that, like, maybe there were different peoples living in the region that tell a different story of our past. So 6 fingers and 6 toes is found at different sites in the American
This is just
Southwest.
6 though.
This is Newspaper Rock in Utah, an ancient petroglyph site. And you find many hands and feet with 6 fingers and 6 toes here, including these 6-toed petroglyphs. This one's particularly interesting. Look at how big this one is, and it has 6 toes. So it's portrayed specifically noted in this ancient rock art. This is also a McCornell Ranch in Utah. Look at the giant feet, and look at the hands, 6 toes on each. A recent National Geographic article was called "Extra Fingers and Toes Were Revered in Ancient Culture." The Pueblo people of Chaco Canyon decorated their great houses with 6-toed footprints and sandal-shaped art. Here's one of the kivas at Chaco Canyon. In fact, in room 30 at Pueblo Bonito, they found a skeleton of a foot that had 6 toes on it. And here on the wall at Pueblo Bonito, you find these 3 large footprints with 6 toes each. What you can't see over here is a normal-sized 5-toe footprint that is much smaller. So, initially intrigued by the divine powers attributed to the polydactyls among the Maya, researchers led by anthropologist Patricia Crown of the University of New Mexico conducted a comprehensive view of evidence for the condition of the canyon's sacred Pueblo Bonito site. They found this cast of a 6-toed individual, and basically the conclusion is that there was special burials and just a reverence for these people who had 6 fingers and 6 toes. And we find this in Colorado, in eastern Oklahoma. The 6-toed petroglyph is much larger than the others. This is recently sent to me by somebody who was hiking in a canyon in Utah.
Yeah, I wonder
the
what my
6-toed
ancestors were like.
rock art is on the right. This is from an old geographical magazine, and it shows in Alton, Illinois.
Charlie's.
That's a toe one. Having 6 feet is a dominant trait.
In the Florida Keys at Ernest Hemingway's old house, there's a whole colony of cats with too many toes. The story goes that Hemingway was once gifted a 6-toed cat named Snow White, or maybe Snowball, the details are kind of sketchy, by an old sea captain. Now that cat's 6-toed descendants roam freely on the estate. The story is so widely circulated that cats with extra toes are often referred to as Hemingway cats. But these felines' fancy feet can also teach us something. about the
Yeah, I am a
genes
little
that build
bit.
our
I'm
bodies and
fascinated
how
with
they're passed
everything,
down
me.
across
I find like
generations. The
I'm just
scientific name for
into
too many
everything.
fingers or
Well, not
toes is
everything, if you
polydactyly,
know what I
which
mean.
comes from a
Because you got
combination of
sometimes you
two
gotta say
Greek
pause,
words.
but
Poly
no,
meaning many,
almost
and
everything.
dactylos, which
I
means
have a
digit.
huge
It's not just
interest
cats
in
who
a
can
lot
have
of
too many
different
digits.
things. Like, my mind
Polydactyly
is
can affect
always
a
going,
variety
you
of
know.
vertebrates like chickens, dogs, guinea pigs,
Got a
and
lot of
mice, and
interest in many.
humans, like the
I'm
guy who killed
invested in
Inigo
a lot of
Montoya's
shit.
father. Although it affects many species, it's still pretty
Yeah, I
rare.
studied giants
Even
since
though
I was
much of
young
the
as
time,
well.
having
Like,
6 fingers is actually
do you know
controlled
the
by a
story
dominant
behind
allele.
giants?
An allele,
Well, the
or a
story
version
is
of a
like
gene,
this,
is
yeah.
dominant when it only needs to be present in one
Apparently,
copy in your cells for its
giants are
associated
like
traits to be discernible. So do you have 6
what happened
fingers
with
on your right
giants
hand?
is that they were angels, right?
To die, I guess. Just because a
But
gene is
they were
dominant
fallen
doesn't necessarily
angels,
mean it's
and
common. It's actually a
because
lot
they
more
didn't listen to God, because God said you can't go down on earth and have like, you know, because the angels were desiring the women, and so they went to earth, and they weren't meant to, so they got cast out. And I think that was the, it was like a, that was their punishment basically. But what it was because they were going with the women and they wasn't meant to, they were having giant babies, and that's why giants are looked upon as like freaks and stuff like that, because it's like a, it's not a disability, but it's like, it's not normal, is it? That's what a lot of people never think about, because giants are like they're like, they are superhuman to an extent, and not all giants are giants. Like, I've noticed that a lot of people don't know that, and you can tell it's in their DNA somewhere, but they didn't fully take the, because I can look at somebody and I can tell whether they're a giant or not. It doesn't matter if you're 6'5" or nearly 7 foot. I can look at somebody as well, like my size, and tell like they're in the wrong body kind of thing. They were meant to be bigger. Is that what? Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not. I know the stories, but the stories are like kind of vague. That's what I said. I've got to go back and do a lot of research. But the floods. Are we talking about Noah here? All right, Emma. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in, that man. It was good catching up with you. Giants, yeah, man. It's the main story what I know about them, bro, is that one there. They weren't meant to come down, and they came down, and then that's how it all happened. Maybe that's why giants are considered like freaks. Like, a lot of people say, like, giants are like a freak of nature kind of thing. Alright, man, no problem. Yeah, we'll chat, man. And I appreciate you, man. It was good catching up with you, man. Serious, like, yeah, definitely. Let's go to that, actually. That's going to be a good one, a good little topic there. About the fallen angels, yeah, that's what it is. Fallen angels. So you can see I'm not just chatting like some people do that on social media, innit? They say anything, man. Not me, bro. I know. I like to say shit and then back it. Sent from heaven? No. Fallen angels, giants. That's it. See? Let's talk about that. And I can tell by the foreheads. You see what he says? He says, wait, look at this one. Fallen angels, wait. It's the, do you know, like some people, they have that head shape here? That's a real giant. the ones with the head shape, like Tyson Fury. He's a real giant. I reckon his ancestors were like 7 foot plus 8 foot. I can tell by the shape of the head. It is always like, if you look at Jaws, the one from James Bond, he's a real giant. This, you know, the same monster appearance. It's a bit rude, but I know what I mean.
It is that easy to make good people This program is made possible by the giving of the God-called partners of Renner Ministries. Today I'm standing on a hill just above the probable ruins.
Oh, that's what he was talking about in the war before the flood.
This wonderful series. My team and I really worked hard to get to this part of the world because we wanted to bring all of these sites and all of this teaching to you. And today I'm concluding my series, which is called Fallen Angels, Giants, Monsters, and the World Before the Flood. And today I want us to see something strange which Jesus prophesied in Luke chapter 21, beginning in verse 10, where Jesus is describing signs we'll see at the end of the age. And in Luke 21,
yeah, bro, I enjoy it. Like, you're probably like the first person I met on YouTube that, you know, I'd say, because I've got like people I know before YouTube, but like, you were like my first real connection on you, so I really appreciate it, bro. And it's like makes me feel, how do I explain, like more optimistic about like doing YouTube, because like, I don't know, like, how do I explain it, like, it's almost like I can tell you came to my life for a bigger reason, if you know what I mean.
So they translated it.
Yeah, I'm a very vibesy type of guy. I know who's who, kind of, you know.
Jesus also said, great signs shall there be from heaven. The word from is the Greek
He's
word
not that
abo,
tall, is he? He's a liar. I know he is, man. He's not 6'8". No, he's not 6'9", I feel. Because I can actually go on the internet now and research it, and you'll see. A lot of people say he's not as tall as we think he is. I think he's like 6'7", 6'6", no, maybe 6'7". Because when he was close to Wilder, they're almost touching the same height. Because they say Wilder was like 6'7". So if Wilder's 6'7", Fury might be 6'8" or 7, but he's got on trainers. I don't know, bro. This shit's mad. Like, I know wrestlers used to lie about their height, and boxers kind of did as well. Tell you a boxer that fascinates me is Rocky Marciano and Mike Tyson.
And equip you with vital insights and understanding from the Word of God. Here is Rick.
Them two particularly, for the power. They had some mad freaky power, like almost like it's like freakish.
I know that you have lots of things
like Rocky. I like watching him fight, man. He was a piece of work, Rocky Marciano. A lot of people say he wouldn't have made it, but you never know. I always say, yeah, there's always somebody out there like who's just will shock you, no matter if they're tall, small, like no one knows like the ingredients what it took to make that, because we're all made differently, you know. A lot of people don't know that.
Is the last day that you can order this series on the program, so please take advantage of this. And it comes with a study guide, and I've told you that I love this study guide. It is enormous. It's nearly the size of a book. I put so much work into this study guide because I want you to have a
to be honest, like, bro, like meeting you and then like talking with you, it's giving me a lot of confidence to keep doing YouTube, because you was like my first lucky person I know, man. And I felt like it was a sign like to keep going, because I wanted to do YouTube, but then, you know, I wasn't sure about the people, but I always knew there's more interesting people on YouTube than anywhere else. On all these social media platforms, it's really YouTube. It's got the most
And so this would be
like,
a great
you
gift
know,
for you
people
to give
who
to
want
somebody
answers
else.
and seeking this
we're
and
also
that. So
offering you right now the
that's
book
why
by Dr.
a lot of
Dennis
people
Lindsay,
use
and today
YouTube
is the
because
last days.
you can
The
never
last
run
days,
out
so
of
my
things
friend,
to look
please
for.
order yours. Giants, fallen angels,
Rocky.
and the return of the Nephilim. Ancient secrets to
Yeah,
preparing you for
Rocky,
the
man.
coming
Rocky was
days.
something else,
You can
bro.
order all these things by going online right now.
I know,
or you
bro.
can
I
just
should, man.
call
I
that
should. Thank you
number.
very much, man. I
Somebody in
really
our office
appreciate
is
that. I
waiting
do.
to take your call. And by the way, they
And you
don't
know,
want to just
I
take an
believe
order
like
from you.
this
They
is
want
how
to
you're
pray
meant
for
to
you.
start. Like
If you reach out to us, you do
start
not
like
get
this,
away without being prayed
as
for,
you mean
and
to
you
go
don't
on.
have to order anything to call us. If you just have a prayer need on your
Bro,
heart,
where's this
call
guy
us.
talking?
We
It's
just want to
why
pray
is he
for you.
not
That's
talking
part of
about
our
stuff?
ministry. In fact, Luke wrote these words of Jesus: "As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it also be in the days before the coming of the Son of Man." Notice he says, "As it was in the days of Noah," which means, as we saw from Matthew's Gospel, we are told that the conditions of the world at the very end of the age, just before the coming of Jesus, will be just like the conditions of the world in the days preceding
Yeah, I
the
used to.
flood.
Do you know what it is with me, bro? I used to watch like a lot of YouTube, yeah, and I studied a lot of different people. So before I went on YouTube, I wanted to make sure I kind of knew, like, I could, because I'm very versatile. Like I'll tell you about the green screen, and like I want to do reactions and da-da-da-da, and this is kind of part of it. And then on the green screen, the one I was telling you about, I can make it all bigger. So I'll be behind the green screen, and I can show everybody. So I've been planning this shit for some time, if I'm honest with you. From down to the chairs and everything, like, because eventually I want to do podcasts and, you know, I didn't want to like have to rent out a studio. I mean, if it takes off, maybe, yeah, because now I can afford to, it's paying for itself, but I don't actually want to like invest in it, like paying out of my own pocket for something that hasn't made anything, if you know what I mean. So yeah, anything's possible. But I don't know, bro, like, I'll be honest with you, I'm happy to just do things how I'm doing it now, because we've got our house, and like all we need is our phone, internet, computer. I've got my little setup at the back, and I'm a very independent type of person. Like, I don't really like to depend on anyone, or, you know, or need people for things. So this is why I do all the things I do, because I don't like to depend on no one. I've learned from the past, if you want to do something, do it all yourself. Fuck everybody. You have to say fuck everybody, because people will let you down, man. That's why now I know if I want something, I'm prepared to pay, like, sweat, work, grind, like, whatever, save, whatever. Because you can only depend on you. Until you meet other soldiers like yourself. I say soldier brothers, like soldiers, you know, like, you can't depend on people, man. And even then you still can't, but I mean, your brother soldier will never leave you to die, you know. If he can help you, he'll help you, and vice versa. I'm into like a brotherhood type of shit, man. Like, that's what I'm into, really. Like a syndicate, you know.
Demigods. They were half God, they were half
I believe
people.
in them things,
They weren't
because
really gods, they were fallen angels, but the people at that time thought they were gods because it looked like angelic creatures had come down out of the heavens. And as a result of their interbreeding, they produced half creatures. It's like transhumanism. Well, we're living in a day today where you can be transgender, you shouldn't, but you can. Transhumanism is taking place where people are interfacing with computers and computer chips, and we're not even sure what the end result of all this is going to be.
No,
It is
bro.
pretty scary. That's the kind of stuff that was happening.
No, if I had met somebody years ago who told me about like I got a weather report kind of person, like, then yeah, I would have probably done it, because they would have been able to tell me, Jay, you put in this amount of money till this time, and then you take it out at this time, and then I know for sure I'm not going to lose nothing. I'm only going to gain. But I've never been that lucky, to tell you the truth.
And I would urge you to read what the
And
Apostle
even
Paul
then,
said about society at the end of the age in 2
when you're dealing with
Timothy chapter 3,
computers,
where
anything can crash. You could have stocks, money in like the bank. You notice they're closing all the banks, yeah? Let's talk about that one actually. Why are all the banks closing? I don't know why.
You see, God is never in the
No one
business
talks
of
about
scaring
that.
us, but He is in the business of
Why
preparing us. And the
why are the
scriptures
banks
prepare us for
closing?
this time. But if you're ignorant of what the scripture says, then you'll be
Because there's
taken
going to
off
be a
guard.
big reset. Like when we was watching what happened earlier, that's why the banks are going to close, because they're going to run off of people's money, fuck them over, and da-da-da-da. Do you know every minute of the day your money's in the bank, they're tripling it and quadrupling your money and spending it. It could be £1. They've already spent it and doubled it up. But we don't know anything about that. But that's what they do.
The day that Noah entered into the ark and the flood came and destroyed.
They borrow our money and use it to do what they want. And that's how you know one day they're going to take all our money and run away with it. That's why they're getting rid of currency. Why are all the banks closing? See?
And it infers overeating and gluttony and shows a lack of moderation. Well, let me ask you, do we live in a day of gluttony? Do we live in a day of overeating? Do we live in a day when people in regard to food are greatly immoderate? That's what was taking place in the days before the flood. And Jesus says it's going to happen again just before the coming of the Son of Man. So is that happening? It also says they drank. The word drank, a form of the Greek word pino, but here it is
Going into an office, working 50 hours a week, having that structure.
Yep, and they're going to run up the biggest debt first. Yep. Bro, you know a lot about this shit, man. Bro, you know a lot, man. I like that. I rate you, man. I really do.
Several banks and building societies in the UK have shut down a number of branches and ATMs across the country.
I rate that.
The lenders believe that people are now transitioning
I love
to
it when
digital
people
money
like
and online
are like
banking.
me.
As a result,
But not like exactly like me, but you know what I mean.
Branches or ATMs.
They know some shit. I love it.
Concerns have been raised over the closures,
like,
stressing that they
if you get together, boy,
rely on physical branches.
could you imagine, bro? Like,
on Tuesday, the Financial
crazy
Conduct
knowledge. When you
Authority,
put knowledge with
FCA,
other knowledge and
inside
people
the
who've
lenders
got information, it's just mad. It's magic almost, like, you know.
So in light of this, let's have a look at a few major lenders listed on the London Stock Exchange, which have announced the closure of branches or ATMs recently. The first is Lloyds Banking Group.
Oh God, this is creepy though. Because
Because
really, we need the banks, and we have to put our money in the bank. But then at the same time, they're going to run off with our money. So what do? We're fucked, innit?
24 branches of Lloyds Bank, 14 of Bank of
Scotland. Yeah, I know, bro. I can't stream like other people. I've noticed that about me. I'm just too real. Like, I can't do it. Like, it's just not me. And I know some people when it's like, especially when I'm on TikTok, I don't talk exactly like this, but I've talked about a lot of different things. And I'm not really favoured, like a lot of people don't really favour me, if you know what I mean. Because the UK, especially like England, London and around those parts, like, I don't know, we're very closed off. There is a certain, like, there's groups like of people like us, but they're so rare. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. That's why I think I do the live and stuff and that. Because that's how you find your people.
The banking behemoth announced last month that it's closing 27 more branches this year. This will bring the total number of closures in 2022 to 103.
Wow.
The latest ones announced are in addition to the 63 branches it earlier confirmed of
We're
closing.
not run off with our money, man.
Barclays' one-year return from these shares currently stands at negative at 10.93%, and its year-to-date returns are negative as well at 14.62%. Now that you're up to speed, hit that bell icon to stay updated and boost your financial IQ. I'm Holly Shields for Cafe Media.
Shopify's point-of-sale system helps you sell at every stage of your business. Need a fast and secure way to take payments? You've got you covered. How about card readers?
Do you know what the scariest thing that scares me? Well, not scares me, but when the robots come. Robots.
One place to manage every sale from every channel? That's kind of our thing. Wherever sell.
Robots are taking over the world. Look at that. See that there? When I saw that bot at the bottom there, it just made me think about robots. This is why I don't really want to work for anyone, because I know all manual labor eventually is going to be taken over by robots. So my intention in life is just to
Nice to meet you.
get into agriculture.
This is a humanoid robot, which means it looks, it talks, and it even acts, well, like a human.
Just like
So does
prepping,
that mean it
really.
could take a human's job like
Having
mine?
animals.
You better believe it. No, I'm only joking. Sorry.
But with the reset coming
There's
and
no
all that,
denying robots
quite
and
mad.
automation are increasingly part of our daily lives. Just look around the grocery store or the highway, or in the case of Robothespian here, even at the theater.
Really? Wow, I'm happy that wasn't me.
The rise of robots has led to some pretty scary warnings about the future of work.
Robots will be able to do everything.
It's crazy
better
what
than
people
us.
are doing it to get
A
subscribers
recent
and
study found up to
get likes and
670,000
views.
U.S.
Like, I
jobs were
find
lost
that
to
shit mad.
robots between 1990 and 2007,
It's like
and
humiliating
that number is
yourself for
likely to
what?
go up. A widely cited study from 2013 found nearly half
It's not
of all
worth it,
jobs
man.
in the U.S. are in danger of being automated over the
I got a
next
soul.
20 years.
I
Occupations
know
that
I got
require
a soul, so I
repetitive and
can't do that.
predictable tasks in transportation, logistics, and administrative support were
I
especially
know.
high
That's
risk.
why, bro. That's why I don't like a lot of people. You know,
And just think,
because
robots
it's
don't
not
need
their
health
fault,
benefits,
but
vacation, or even sleep
it
for
does
that
put
matter.
me off a lot.
But
Like
the
when I
debate
see
over
stuff
whether
like that.
robots will take over all of our jobs is by no means settled. Many
It's just
economists
to
argue
confuse us
automation
and
will
just keep us
ultimately
busy
create
and
new jobs. After
just
all,
mess up
someone has to
our
program the robots, right?
mental health.
Let's go back to the 1850s, when trains were the most popular mode of
Because it's the
transportation.
algorithms,
This
they
chart shows
push
the
all
number of
these
locomotive
negative
engineers, railroad
agendas,
conductors, and
and
brakemen
that's what
increasing by nearly
is ruining all
600%.
the
But that
people.
growth slowed in the early 1900s. Why? You guessed it. The automobile came along. Car mechanic and repairman jobs surged, even though railroad jobs began to disappear. And some companies say the same thing will happen when robots move into the marketplace. A survey of 20,000 employers from 42 countries found that the IT, customer service, and advanced manufacturing industries will add workers over the next 2 years as a result of automation. It's hard to imagine that robots could replicate human
As long as I've
characteristics
got
like
food, a roof
empathy or
over my head,
compassion that are required
a
in
little
many
change in my
jobs.
pocket,
I mean, would you really
I'm not
want a
so
robot
bothered.
as your nurse, babysitter, or teacher? But even if
That's all
robots
you
don't
need.
take our
Clean
jobs
clothes.
entirely, research shows they will significantly change day-to-day tasks in the workplace.
Just have to do something mystical.
This is particularly a problem for lower-skilled workers who aren't able to retrain for new jobs. They might get stuck with lower wages in a world with more robots, and that could make income inequality even worse. These guys are making a lot of things uncertain right now, but one thing that's clear is skills training is required if we hope to get along with friends like them in the workplace.
I think we're going to get along just fine.
Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth and Robothespian here. Thanks so much for watching our video. You can check out more of our videos all the time, including one about universal basic income over here on our YouTube page. While you're at it, leave us some ideas in the comment section and subscribe to our channel. See you later. Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
Hi, I'm Robothespian.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
This is a humanoid robot, which means it looks, it talks, and it even acts, well, like a human. So does that mean it could take a human's job like mine?
You better believe it. No, I'm only joking. Sorry.
There's no denying robots and automation are increasingly part of our daily lives. Just look around the grocery store or the highway, or in the case of Robothespian here, even at the theater.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain.
The rise of robots has led to some pretty scary warnings about the future of work.
Robots will be able to do everything better than us.
A
recent study found up to 670,000 U.S. jobs were lost to robots between 1990 and 2007, and that number is likely to go up.
Exactly,
A
bro.
widely cited study from 2013
That's all you
found
need is
nearly
just like
half of all
a
jobs
roof,
in the U.S. are
a
in
little bit of
danger of being
money,
automated over the next 20
clothes,
years.
food.
Occupations that require
If you're
repetitive and
into
predictable
animals,
tasks in transportation,
you know,
logistics, and administrative support were
if that's your
especially high
thing,
risk.
and a family,
And just think,
if you've got
robots don't need health
and
benefits,
you're good to
vacation,
go,
or even sleep for that matter.
you're
But the
content,
debate
you know.
over whether
You could
robots
die
will
happy
take
that
over
way.
all of our jobs is by no
But all
means
that other
settled.
shit like
Many economists
chasing money
argue
and
automation will
working
ultimately
80
create
hours
new jobs.
or 50
After
plus
all,
hours a
someone
week.
has to program the
Oh,
robots,
that's
right?
terrible. You don't even get to see your children. I mean, we have to pay
Let's go
bills,
back
yeah,
to
but
the
there's got to be
when
more to
trains
life
were
than
the
that.
most popular mode of transportation. This chart shows the number of locomotive
That's why
engineers,
I'm going to
railroad
start growing
conductors, and
vegetables.
brakemen
So
increasing
tomorrow,
by nearly 600%.
going to
But
start
that
growing
growth
some like
slowed in
little
the early
potatoes and
1900s.
getting
Why?
things
You
rolling
guessed
now.
it. The automobile came
Trying
along.
to just, you know,
Car
make my way,
mechanic
bro.
and repairman jobs surged, even
Start
though
small,
railroad jobs began to
get big.
disappear. And some companies say the same thing will happen when robots move into the marketplace. A survey of 20,000 employers from 42 countries found that the IT, customer service, and advanced manufacturing industries will add workers over the next 2 years as a result of automation. It's hard to imagine that robots could replicate human characteristics like empathy or compassion that are required in many jobs. I mean, would you really want a robot as your nurse, babysitter, or teacher? But even if robots don't take our jobs entirely, research shows they
that
will
robots are going to be doing
significantly change day-to-day tasks
everything,
in the
man.
workplace. This is particularly a problem for lower skilled workers who aren't able to reach.
Shit, that's quite creepy, you know. The robots are going to take over and shit. I don't believe how people in one country live in. Yeah, it's stupid, man. It's just. Sometimes I wake up and I think, is this a nightmare? And it bloody is, isn't it? It is a nightmare. It's hell on earth. Like, I never thought I would live to see a lockdown and corona and just like, you know. Let's talk about the government now. Fucking biggest corruptors on the planet. Oh, this might be interesting. I like this. The government playing with the people's lives.
When the government, the end of government, the head of the country,
Let's go down, scroll down.
the unlicensed alcohol is killing people, is making the country unproductive. While at the same time, the same person has lifted the ban on GMO food and products and the seeds to be planted in the country.
I'm telling you, bro, do you grow anything, bro?
In the country. Something that is not scientifically researched by our institutions. Something that is suggested by the
I mean, I
foreigners.
only live in a flat, man, got like a little one bedroom, but I'm so thankful. Every day I wake up, I'm just like, thank you,
The same government
thank you for letting me
pretending
have
to
a
be
roof over
protecting
my
its
head,
people
and
is choreographing
I've got a big, decent
on how
balcony.
to
And I'll
eliminate
show you
its own
guys
people to please
I don't know if this week, but I'll definitely show. And the plants and stuff, I'm gonna, like, you know, the things I'm gonna be growing.
So their hope
And to show all that, you know.
is the Western powers.
I always wanted to do it, but now I'm really gonna do it. And I'm hoping to find some people who, like, we can, like, grow vegetables together and stuff. And, I mean, I have a few houses, like, in the sense of I've got, like, family members' houses, and, you know. So I'm gonna try and make it a bit bigger and just keep going. Yeah, I've got the seeds, bro. That's the craziest one. I bought all the seeds, and I know somewhere I can get 3 pots, and I've got pots already. But there's a place I have to go to this week because I can't just get loads of pots and stuff. And anyway, I'll grow them in anything anyway. Containers, like whatever. It's ready to go now, man. Need to get more soil. I've got all the seeds though. I actually bought them from Wilkinson's before they closed down. I wish, bro, I wish. In London, it's so overcrowded. It's hard to get these type of things now, you know. But I have told myself I need to become. I'm a very resourceful person, but I need to become like 50 times more resourceful. I need to have a plan and everything. Like I'll show you, like, what some of the things I've done as well.
We start with the breaking news that a man has been remanded in custody after appearing in court charged with the attempted murder of an army officer.
I've just done this. This is just one thing I've done for social media.
Just appeared at Medway Magistrates Court in Kent following the attack on Lieutenant Colonel Mark Teaton.
You know, you never know who you're going to meet.
Who's in his 40s,
and I've just
is
done
in
these.
hospital
Let me show
in a
you.
serious but stable condition.
If you can see.
I'm joined now by Sky correspondent
So
Saba
yeah, I started doing these, like, because if I'm out, I can distribute this to just people, and this is just nothing to do with nothing. This is just to say, like, I want people to. So if I meet people I like or run into people, I can just say, look, my name's Jay. That's my whatever. This is what I do. And I've posted a few of these in houses and stuff, but I feel like I keep wasting them, you know.
Now, Ursan appeared in court in the
I've just made them to
hour,
hand
also
out.
wearing a white
Yeah, I
t-shirt.
designed
He was
it, and
handcuffed
these are the miniature
and appeared,
ones.
with 3
And I actually
who were
stuck
there
them together
accompanying him.
on the
Now,
board
when
like
he was
that.
asked to give
I bought the
his
cardboard
name, date of birth,
and printed them out myself,
address, which is very
and just
usual,
literally
in
glued it
circumstances,
to the cardboard and then cut
rather
it.
than answering, kept
It's very
asking
cheap, effective,
why.
cost effective. I've got,
was the question he
and these ones like
kept
this one, the
asking
stickers. I've got
the
loads
judge.
of these.
Now,
Got
Ursan
big
has
flyers.
been remanded in custody, we heard, in court until the 22nd of August next month. And in terms of Mark Teaton, the serviceman who was injured in an attack on Tuesday, we know that he is currently in hospital
Then I've got
receiving
these sizes as
for
well.
stab wounds. But his condition, we know, is
So look, that
stable,
even looks good there, isn't it? I
also
can have that advertising. Like, hey, got so much, because well, just all the apps I've joined. I've done podcasts and stuff, and this is not all of them. Facebook, Google. I've even done a little bit of music. I'm on Twitch. I'm gonna start streaming on there again. On Twitch, Clubhouse. I think you'd like Clubhouse. That's a really good app. The one at the bottom is SoundCloud. I'm actually gonna start another account, so I can start loading up all the podcasts on there. And I've done all this on my own, bro. No help. No help. It would, innit? I'm telling you, bro. I've got the ideas. It's just that I don't know sometimes. We'll see. Because, you know, we'll see. I think I've spent quite a little money, but it adds up. So I've made my little investments, and I'll see if they pay off. If these little ones can pay off,
Wall Street meetings
then you
now.
see like where it can go.
I'm fine.
And sportsbook.
This is Cooking Cassius for IFL TV.
Oh, look, we're talking about the boxing now. Let's talk about the boxing, man. I love boxing, bro. Do you know who I met years ago? Lennox Lewis, bro. Hell, that was a different one. I just remember he was looking at me, man, and thinking, like, who is this guy? And I was looking at him thinking, wow, what a privilege in a way. I mean, I don't like him personally, but I like the fact that I met the undisputed heavyweight champion, the only undisputed heavyweight champion of the UK. And like I say, I met him. I didn't ask him like to take no pictures or nothing. I'm not into stuff like that. And he wasn't very friendly, to be real. He is what you see on TV. He's pretty much like yeah, he's pretty much like what you see on TV. He's very elusive and he doesn't like talking and he don't want to really communicate. He's a real loner. Real loner he is. He's a real loner. Oh, do you know what, bro? I actually want to do like commentating on boxing as well. This year I'm going for gold on this YouTube shit and all that, like, because I know I can't do it all on one channel, I don't feel, because it's kind of confusing. Like, when you think about how many things we just spoke about, it's just crazy, bro. Yeah, he was good. I do like Lennox Lewis boxing wise. I like Dillian White as well. Do you ever think this guy will win a world title?
No, congratulations, man. Said to me, he fought very well. He fought smart, and he did a good job. And of course, you have to congratulate him. Obviously, when he first moved to heavyweight, I thought there's no way this guy was going to be a serious heavyweight contender. If you think, watch the Chaz Witherspoon fight back. Watch what's the other guy named that he fought after that? You know, the Derek Cesaro fight. Somebody he got pushed away. So I never thought he was going to be. I knew he was a good fighter, but I never thought he was going to be as good and as dominant as he's been. You know, so
yeah, I don't think so.
He deserves it.
Ain't it strange how boxers in the old days were better than boxers now?
Let's talk the future. Let's talk
what? Happy Sunday.
No, I don't. Do you know what? I need to start getting into UFC. I've been saying that for years, but I never managed to. Because you know what it is? I'm so absorbed into the boxing, I find I can't do the both, if you know what I mean. Because I know so much about the boxing, people will be surprised. Like, I've really studied this shit. I know a lot about boxing, but I wouldn't say. But I would say, because that's the sport I'm more into. Yeah. This is probably one of the best sports you could ever. I wouldn't want to be a boxer, but I just love the training and what they got to go through, and the discipline, and I like the when they have to cut the weight and all that. I don't just watch heavyweights, I watch all of the weights. Middleweights, welterweights, junior welterweights, super welterweights, lightweights, even down to the bantamweights and featherweights, lightweights, you know. Super, I watched the cruiserweight. I watched them all, every single one of them I watched. I studied it. Tell you one of my favourite boxers, bro. This is one of my favourite boxers. Yeah, I love this guy. He is a genius, this guy. He's never got the respect he should have got. And I hate the fact that they found him for doping, yeah. For bloody, because when I seen him boxing at heavyweight, I was like, this is the man. Like, this man can box. He can box. He is a real boxer. Nobody can fuck with this man. Well, used to. James Toney. I enjoy watching him. This is so skilled and it's just so not what. And to start at middleweight and then go all through the weights here to heavyweight, I just rate this man so much. And he looks strong. Even when he was at middleweight, he looked solid. Solid. Sick boxer, this guy. He never got the respect he should get, this guy. Love this boxer. One of my favourites. When it comes to boxing skills and good boxing, man. Love his attitude. Doesn't even look like he can move like that when you see him sometimes. Well, this is when he was a middleweight. But yeah, what a boxer. What a boxer. Look what he did to this guy. Really good. What's his name? Barkley. Do you know about Tony? James Tony. And he never really ever smiled. Yeah. But to imagine to start at middleweight, super middleweight, he won belt at middleweight, super middleweight. I think he went to lightweight. He won a belt at cruiserweight, and then he would have had the heavyweight belt, but he lost it. They don't know him. A lot of people don't know him. This is a man, bro. He fought Roy Jones. That's Roy Jones. Roy Jones beat him, bro. Roy Jones was the first person to beat him, and he's never been knocked out, ever. He fought Evander Holyfield, John Royce, or whatever his name is. Very good boxer. Look. You see him going through the weights. This is what I like about this guy. You see him getting bigger, like a monster. Look at that now. It's like a cruiserweight now. Look how he looks different. Look at his neck. A lot of people don't know this. This is like me, bro. I can get like this if I want. I can stay. You see how he was that small there? I can work my way up like that if I want to. I can put on so much weight if I really want. It's just some people have that ability. I don't even know how to explain it. I know I can bulk anytime, I can lose. It's like this guy, he just went through the weights and he made it look easy. Just made it look easy. The heavyweight one was crazy. Watch when you see him at heavyweight, it's gonna shock you. I can't wait for you to see this. He's like, I think he's a cruiserweight there. This is cruiserweight. And you can see him move up to heavyweight. How much his body just changes. He did get fat. He got kind of out of shape, but he was still semi in shape and out of shape. But he could move. Look at that knockout. Oh my God, this man's a genius, man. Did you ever train for boxing? I think you did, didn't you? I've got a feeling you trained. Or you do train. You got a boxing bag, haven't you? Look. See? Heavyweight now. Look at him now. He's changed again. Look. Doubled up. I reckon he's got throwback a giant in him as well. Look how he's kind of like now, bigger. Yeah, I'm going to come off him after this. I'll come out. Been on a bit of a while now, gassing now. But actually, I enjoyed it my live today. It was nice just showing you the videos, talking, going through some stuff, and it was good. I must say, bro, you keep me good company on here, man. Like, oh my God, he sticks his tongue out. Look at that move. You see that? Look at his neck. Oh my God. That neck. Look at that neck, bro. He beat Evander Holyfield, but he was older at that point. Bam. Good night. Oh, you have to, man. Tommy Kokorofis. So I'll check him out now quickly. After this, quickly. Let's see.
When I say stop, I mean stop. Alright? Keep punches up. Any questions? Heads closed now, let's go to work.
You see how he went through all the weights. No, I think he's a heavyweight. Yeah, he's a heavyweight, man.
For the crowd, you know, there are not too many people that can do this. He's chatting, and Dominic Quinn's not making him pay. And then Tony rips shots on the inside.
See how he moves his head, though. Shoulder roll, shoulder roll. Look at the shoulder roll. Shit, look at him moves. Damn. Missed. Bam. Look at that. Shoulder roll. They can't hit him. For real. Tony Carifas. I've heard of that name, you know. Tommy.
If you were in California, it'd be illegal for him to light that cigar. Not sure about here.
Is this right? Is this guy, yeah? This guy here, yeah? Oh shit, this guy's got moves. Oh yeah, I like this guy. Oh damn, he's fast, yeah. Hand speed. Watch the hand speed. Shit. This guy got some hand speed. I like that hand speed though. I ain't gonna lie. Ooh, yeah. He's dangerous. He's a dangerous guy, this guy. I think I could learn some shit off him. I'm gonna start watching this guy. Let me subscribe. I've got to subscribe. Is this his channel? Let me check it. I don't think that's his channel, is it? Is that his channel? It says Musha. Okay, they will be in my history anyway, so I'll definitely look it up again. Oh, it's been speeded up a bit, but he looks fast, I can tell. Just the way he moves, like, God, and he stings like a cobra. Like, look at the move. Damn. I like the way he kicked him in the belly. And the leg there, look at it. I've got it for the kneecap. Yo, shit. Bang, bang. Speed. A lot of speed he's got. Everything. It's funny how he can like use his legs and his arms, and he's just as far. I think he's faster with his legs than his arms, his fists. Anyway, bro, before I fall asleep on here, I better come off now. Yeah, it was wicked though. So yeah, bro, hopefully I'll catch you up tomorrow or something. I don't know if you're available or whenever, but yeah, man, whenever you're free, bro, always feel free to pop in. Yeah, bro, and it's good talking with you and everything, man. And I hope your family's all right and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed now. You too, brother. Blessings, yeah? Bless you and your family, bro.